All right, it's a beautiful morning in the city of Abuja. Welcome to Landslide News. I got a car for the man that is called Malam, but the cap he's wearing this morning doesn't signify Malam nature. But the beers are okay for Malam nature. Then I have Philip Odogu. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
The name Goodluck Ebele Azikiwe Jonathan never gets out of the lips of Nigerians. He did what no other African leader has done before. Honorable. And looking back in retrospect, we've seen that his administration was one of the best that we have had in recent time. And he still has a constitutional one-year tenure to run.
One tenure.
One tenure, yeah. One tenure, thank you. Now, under the PDP, which he governed before, the house is now a house of commotion.
So Jonathan was just being a Democrat, but people were comparing him to military dictatorship, so they were not understanding what was going on. I do not, ADC, who is even inviting me, is Nafiu Gombe, the national chairman of the factional ADC. You know, what most people still do not know is that there is faction in ADC, which they need to attend to, though the INEC recognized one is David Mark. But again, this, once you have this faction, is an indication that you might not know where it might swing, you know, once it's a very serious one, because they are also having parallel structure across the nation, which is not a good indication for an opposition party that had said we have put ourselves together to unseat the ruling party. I do not think ADC is ripe as it is registered by INEC. If Jonathan picks any of them, I think he would even succeed.
All right, Philip, ADC as it is now looks as if it's the only viable party. Of course, Okafor mentioned the faction. I don't want us to be calling them faction because we already know as learned people that faction doesn't operate in the modus to which they operate. Faction operate within and don't have another structure to challenge the existing structure. They have their voice, but they don't have that structure. Now, Gombe, of course, let's leave him aside of it. A lot of people now are being wooed to come into ADC from, especially the PDP, knowing that that platform is not usable as it is right now. Do you think Jonathan could be just one of them?
You see, if you look at that story, detailed, you see that that call is more like a trap than a genuine call. Why do I say so? If you look at that story, the Gombe himself is even inviting Akpabio, the Senate president, and all that to be part of his, his faction. You cannot say yes, there's no faction. There's faction because it is very serious in this regard, because people, when you say the most viable, how viable is the ADC? ADC is a conglomeration of people with different ideas and different aspirations.
Okay, so let me tell you the viability.
Who have not been able to harness.
No, let me tell you the viability.
Ideas.
The viability I'm talking about is not the persons in the ADC, is that the party has a good standing, local standing with INEC, where the chairman and the secretary can sign forms, because that's the real bone of contention.
So that's what it appeared to be. Don't forget that the Gombe faction are in court, and the matter is yet to be dispensed with. Until that matter is dispensed with, you cannot say never say never. You see. So now coming to the issue of Jonathan being wooed by the Gombe faction, you can see it as a real trap. And to do, is it that he just wanted to make noise, or is being sent? Because if you look at the Gombe faction of the ADC, you look as if you can see the hand of government in them, and you don't underrate anything this present government hands in it, especially when it comes to political party. We've seen it in SDP, we've seen it in PDP, and we're also seeing it in Labour Party. Today, INEC will be in Labour Party. Abure's meeting tomorrow, they will say Abure cannot submit names for election. So why do you attend this meeting where you know that it's not recognized by you? So you can see that it's very delicate. Like
about the leadership of Labour Party, other than INEC having told them that their date, that their Bruce tenure is expired, while still holding him in their record because of issues of avoiding lacuna. So Labour Party can as well go back to Congress or hold a neck and extend the leadership of the remaining one. So Labour Party is even much more organized and at peace than even the ADC because they have case in court, like you're saying. And just like he has said, never say never. You have not observed their grounds for being in court. Do you understand? And also look at the fragility in ADC at the moment. It's only the national officers that are changed. The state officers and all that have not been changed. These people have to learn to work with these national officers that they were never together. And also understand the ADC picture of today. Who
allows for parties that have democratic structures as well, not at the center. You know, even the parties also too must have democratic structures. Now, if Jonathan or Obi are just looking for a party where there will be no primaries, it defeats the
no, it does not defeat. Election is where consensus is not possible. Do you understand? Election is to give room to you. If all of us did not agree, it should be one. Consensus is number one. If you don't know, we unanimously agree. It's like 100% of us voting for one person. That is actually it. It's only when we say no, we have a dissenting person, then that is where other people comes in. So in the absence of consensus, you go for election. So that is because there is election, it's not the reason why it's democratic. If there is consensus at us, there is consensus and there are dissenting voices saying no, this consensus was forced on us, that's where there is issue. Once there is consensus and you unanimously agree, like you had in Labour Party in 2022-23 for P2B, that is very democratic. One, it saves you money, and you also
in Labour Party they already had a presidential candidate in the person of
yes, I agree with you.
So Patu told me
somebody step down. Yeah, let me tell you, they could rise against that if
he does not, like he said, Jonathan does not need ADC for anything. If he must run, if he showed the interest to run any platform Jonathan picks in this country today, we see him to Aso Rock. He doesn't need he doesn't need any quality. The country will coalesce behind Jonathan. It's already so.
But if we look at politics the way it is, we have not seen Jonathan galvanize a structure or set up a structure and galvanize people to